This which kicked off against Benin in their final group qualifier last month. Bright Osai Samuel coming into the defence for Semi Ajayi, and Ademola Lookman, the 2024 African Footballer of the Year, returns, meaning that Moses Simon drops to the bench. And VAR official from South Africa. Well, it all comes down to this for Nigeria and Gabon. It is do or die for these teams now. The winner of this one will advance to Sunday. 2 men in the wall. It's the long-range strike, which it's a very attacking formation for the Nigerians, with Akor Adams in support of Osimhen up front, and Eric Shell is the Nigerian coach these days. And he's still going. And of course, taking a deflection on its way through. It's going to be in Turkey. The right back wearing the number 3. That ball pounced upon, and strong running down the right-hand side. The ball into the middle. Away by Ekwelimonga, and the shot from the edge of the... All the way back to Luis Marius. Now Aubameyang coming in off the left. To hold the ball up towards Openda. Arriving from the near side, but it was the right-hand side. The shot is closed down. Still alive here for the Nigerians. Chukwu later on the left at the moment, waiting for some support to come. He's at the break of the ball. Run through for to do something here. Adams, it's a good ball in from him, and they find Osimhen at last. And Nigeria, number 9, heads off target, has taken a painful blow in the process as the goalkeeper came out to meet him. Finished second in that group. Gabon way out, peeled out to the left-hand side here. Adams looking for Bright Osai on today, given how high the stakes are here. And he will be back on in just a moment to stamp their authority on the game, and maybe the opening will come. Tempted shot from the angle. He will be lifting it in towards Osimhen. He is outstanding in the air, Osimhen, and he managed to divert the header down towards the bottom corner. It's a good save by Luis Marius Mbaba. Osimhen was onside. In swinging delivery from the left, and goalkeeper coming. Look at the space here in the middle of the park. Lookman looking to feed Osimhen. Another excellent chance for Victor Osimhen is passed up. And given the form that he has been in, Sevilla forward, the number 18, just moving out to occupy that position on the... Will be in field. Chukwueze, Lookman. He's got quick feet. Ademola Lookman. He's maybe not at his sharpest at the moment, having not played all that regularly. He's working the ball around nicely. Osimhen driving into the penalty box. Bright Osai Samuel. Lookman turns and plays the cross towards Osimhen. Again, he wins the ball in the air. And again, it's a brilliant save from the Gabon goalkeeper. Now then, some of these... Openda. It's good play, trying to his left. Denny Bouanga for Gabon. Just not quite on the same wavelength as Aubameyang. New face in this Gabon team. What a time to come into the international fold. He's done well. What can they do from their first quarter of the game? Deep delivery, an important clearance away. I think it was Adams to his Gabonese counterpart as Osimhen performs some gymnastics there to keep possession. Touched back to Samuel Chukwueze. Osimhen did well to bring that ball under control and to set himself up for the shot, but it wasn't a brilliant connection from Victor Osimhen. Lookman on the turn. Intercepted, and now feeding it into the path of Bouanga from the angle. That's a good block. Denis Bouanga into the penalty box. It's going to be a goal kick. Aubameyang is 36 now. Return to Mars, half remaining, plus stoppage time. I suspect there will be a good few minutes added on. Samuel setting off on the run. The referee's played the advantage here. And he looks for Osimhen in the middle. Well, that could have been a significant moment. Openda, header away by Frederick. Could do with playing it to teammate Openda. Nice touch from Openda. Feeds the ball through towards Osimhen. Just look how closely he's been watched. Ball in, high. Here's Aubameyang. Can he make something happen for Gabon? Not here. Terrific running into the penalty box, and a really important challenge in the end by Frederick. Well, Aubameyang may be 36 now, but he doesn't really appear to have lost any of his searing pace. That was brilliant. High-hanging delivery. 0, Gabon 0. Half 0-0 between the Panthers of Gabon and Nigeria in this first playoff semi-final here in Africa, on the road to next year's one. Another substitution could be made then. Gabon get us underway then in the second half here. Here's Bouanga for Gabon. Inside the penalty box. It's a nice ball fed through to, and spent his entire club career in France. And these teams looking to join them. Gabon coming forward again, great running down the right, and the referee's given the free kick. Free kick whipped in and all the way across the face of goal. Give the attention to Osai Samuel, he might have got something on that ball, and the referee has made his call. There is no penalty. Delivered towards the back post, collected by Stanley Nwabali. Looks for it. Didi into the challenge. The referee's going to bring it back here. So they haven't the last Bouanga free kick delivery caused, and that one is headed behind by Victor Osimhen. Lead against the Nigerians. The delivery from the left, deep ball. It's really in the second half. It's Gabon who've been more threatening. Delivery, straight into Sevilla winger, freshly on as a substitute, looking to pick out a teammate in the middle. Adams and Osimhen in there. Committing too many men forward, the Nigerians. All in their qualifying group a couple of months ago. Nigeria coming into the box from the left, a drop of the shoulder. And the ball too high for us. Cameroon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, facing off. Now then, this could be the chance for the Nigerians, gifted to them. And they've taken it. Akor Adams turning the ball in. It's a disaster for Gabon. And the Super Eagles are ahead. No, horrible, horrible moment for Arena Pindangoye and for Gabon. Me now. As that ball is fed through towards Osimhen. He's in behind Osimhen. Maybe could have taken a little bit. And they're just going to beef things up in the middle. Onyeka coming on as the player who scored the... Moyono out to the right flank. Gabon looking for the equal. They haven't really been able to provide the service to Aubameyang this evening. Headed away by Iwobi. The ambitions has not really worked out for them. The World Cup is the big dream now. Osimhen. Cross in from the left. Stage at which they've appeared 3 times. Lamina with the shot, it's gone in, it's taken a deflection. Gabon are level in the 89th minute. My incredible scenes here. It looked like Gabon's World Cup dream had died after Akor Adams put Nigeria in front with time running out, but now it appears that he will be. And Juke, ball into the middle. Now Gabon will have the bit between their teeth. In fact, it's 12 minutes of stoppage time. I think we had a minute added to that with the celebrations for the goal. He come to life, and Juke looking to feed Osimhen. I think he may have gone a fraction of a second too soon. He's put the shot wide anyway. Comes to Juke. They need to get balls into the middle and try and find Osimhen. Attempted cross by Ndidi. Take this. Tired. Still the pressure's on. Just come all the way into the middle. Simon's delivery all the way towards the back post. And Juke has run that ball across the line. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Maybe there'll be one last chance for Gabon in normal time. Lamina. Mario Lamina, Gabon's goal scorer. He's caught there by Ndidi. Bwanga then to deliver the free kick here. It's a break. Osimhen running through on goal in the 12th minute of stoppage time. Victor Osimhen to win it. He's put it wide. Well, he's not been his usual self in the second half, Victor Osimhen. And somewhat ashy, pounced on a mistake to score in the 78th minute. Mario Lamina's deflected effort, though, bringing... On we go. I wonder if that one will advance to the Inter-Confederation playoffs as well. Ball into the middle, an awkward one. Ndidi coming forward. It's a nicely measured ball as well, and Nigeria have that second goal. Really well played, and a really cool, composed finish from Chidera Juke. Well, Nigeria could have won it right at the end of injury time. They've kept their heads up. Brother of Anthony, so a bit of a reshuffle at the back. It's really well played by Frederick though. Osimhen from the angle. Victor Osimhen, he's found a corner. That's more like it than the Super Eagles superstar who rips off his shirt in celebration. The mask is gone. And after that unlikely miss at the end of normal time, well, that is surely the goal that sends Nigeria into the playoff final. Osimhen again. Once more from the angle, it's another goal for Osimhen. And that is that. 4-1 for Nigeria.
Yep. So that is that.
Just over.
Spotted greetings and welcome, 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 welcome. I see my people joining. Welcome. Good to have you back again. I know I was going to be late, guys. I know I was just going to be late. I was so tired right after my TV show. Like, let me just take 1 hour, before coming to join you guys. Shout out to everyone joining on TikTok. Unfortunately, I cannot go on Facebook Live. There were some copyright issues, so I just have to take Facebook out of the way and just do. So TikTok and YouTube, let's rock and roll. Shout out to everyone joining. You know the ritual when you get into the room. Just tell me where you're watching from. I see persons already joining. I'll give it some time. We just want to look at the action and reactions from that Nigeria's, should we say, big win? Yeah, it was 4-1. Yeah, it was nervy. Yes, they left it late, but it was a big win. It finished Nigeria 4, Gabon 1. And that's the sort of result you want to take into the into the final on Sunday against a very tricky side called the Leopards of Democratic Republic of Congo. That's one will definitely be a cracker in its own right, because Congo DR, they're doing beautiful things with their football. They are believing that they can make it to the World Cup. Ooh, can they? Can they stop the Super Eagles and get the ticket from Africa to the intercontinental stage? That's what this is all about. So we'll see. Football will give us the winner. Football will give us the answer. Football will get us talking on Sunday. But right now, football is still getting us talking, because we just, break down everything that happened in that game between Nigeria and Gabon. So what we did when I came on earlier, I was asking you guys to give me the player ratings. What got you talking in that game? What was the major talking points? That's what I want to do tonight with you guys. Take a look at the major talking points from that 4-1 win. I see my colleague Tayo saying that they made it difficult against an average team. Tayo, no average team in the playoff. It was the playoff, so it's very tricky, Nobody was there to look at any person's face. So that's a confirmation of Sunday's final. It's the Africa playoff final. Nigeria taking on DR Congo. DR Congo defeated Cameroon to make it to the final. Nigeria solved Gabon. So they will both clash on Sunday for a ticket, as I said, to the intercontinental stage. Alrighty, I'm trying to get the reaction of Coach Gernot and the player and the Super Eagles players that spoke right after the match. It's good to know what the players and the coach think about it. But if you followed the conversation earlier, we said the coach did just fine. I think he got the selection right. Only made 2 changes from that fantastic team that defeated Benin Republic. I think brought bright side Samuel and Ademola Lookman into it. But I think Coach Eric Scher was on point with his substitution, and that really made a difference. And they came in early also, which is very, very important. We also talked about Victor Osimhen and his contribution to the team. That's Coach Eric Scher right there. The guy, he wasn't really bothered in that game against Gabon. Even when Nigeria was scoring, man was just chilled, feeling like the Don. And I liked it because it means he knows what he told his players to go do. And by the time you listen to him at the presser, you would have an idea that this guy, in a way, knows his team. In a way, he's building. He's going somewhere with this team. I remember, I always go back to that conversation I had with him. He talked about building a team that can rule Africa. He started with that. He said it's what he calls the game project, which will create an identity for football in Nigeria. Coach Eric Scher is also big about, building at the grassroots, and he's also a big advocate of aggressive football and high pressing, particularly the sort of high pressing that they know what they are doing when they're not with the ball. And I think when a coach has that sort of philosophy, that sort of vision as regards what he wants from his team, then it can actually go on to be a good team. So shout out to Coach Eric Scher. We just have to keep supporting him. He's new to the team. He's young. He's learning on the job. Told me that this Super Eagles job is actually a big one, for him. So we'll see. We'll see where he can go with this Nigerian team. Aside Coach Eric Scher, I also think it was a collective team performance, and it showed the way the team, where the team played, the way they were there for each other, going forward, tracking back, defenders creating assists. That's the starting lineup. Men them that started the match. Let's look at the guys in front from my left. Bright side Samuel, Benjamin Fredericks, Samuel Chukwueze, goalkeeper Stanley Wabali, Zaidu Sanusi, Ademola Lookman, right behind Ademola Lookman, Wilfred Ndidi, the captain on the day, Akko Adams, Alex Iwobi, Calvin Bassey, and Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. I said I'm not going to call his name just one time when I'm talking about Victor Osimhen. You know, so yeah, that's the starting lineup. I think this team did justice. I think this team showed good character. Persons might argue that it was a game that they were supposed to win, but on a good day, that's also the kind of tricky game that they can lose, particularly if you know the Super Eagles so well. That's the type of game that before you know what's going on, it's 1-1, it's 2-1, or it's going to penalties and the Super Eagles are losing it. So I think we should commend their character. They showed good character, particularly that it was extra time and there was good mental strength to kill the game. Yeah, so that's why I'm giving them a shout out tonight on this live stream. So yeah, you already know the results. I'm still waiting for Shola to join, and I've also messaged the media officer of the Super Eagles. Let's see the sort of conversation that we can have tonight. It's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, it's our world of sports. It's fun all the way. Let me see if I can bring in that conversation I talked about Super Eagles coach and some of the players, including your star boy Victor Osimhen. You know, talking about that win was a very important win for the Super Eagles. If they had lost that game, goodbye to the World Cup. Their dreams would have been dead and buried. And you know, and after all of the stress that they went through produced by the Nigeria Football Federation, all of the talks about unpaid bonuses and allowances, knew that, yeah, that can actually affect the team. But they didn't let it affect them. They went out there, stayed focused, they did the job. That's what stars do, you know, and that's why I want to big up the team tonight. Coach Eric Schell had a lot of things to say about the game. Was commending his players, you know, particularly their attitude to the game, sticking together as a team, covering for each other. I thought he said some nice things, and then there was also at the end, you'd listen to the captain of the side, William Troost Ekong, Calvin Bassey, giving praise to whom it is due, and that's Benjamin Fredericks. I'll let you listen to that, and then we'll wrap it up with star boy Victor Osimhen. So let me see if that conversation is ready now. I just want to get right into it.
So only the game, okay? About this game, about the extra time, we didn't think that we will go in extra time, but I can analyze this game in first half during 30 minutes. We were so good with the possession ball, with the intensity, with the aggressivity, and after the player, it's normal when you put a lot of intensity at the end of the half. It's normal if physically you are less good, you know. And Gabon, they try to play with a counter. And we manage well. In the first half, we have a lot of many situations to score a goal. And the second half, we score a goal. We changed the system. We score a goal, and everything was good, but we just made a little mistake in our position, and they score a goal. And extra time. For me, we deserve this victory, and I'm happy for my player.
What does it say about the team and the staff's culture and mentality to put everything that's happened over the last few days to the side, come together and produce a result and performance like this?
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to talk about what happened 2 days ago. Okay, just I can tell you something. These guys are ready. They work together. Sometimes they do, and they will do a mistake, but they will be together. If they win, they are together. If they lose, they are together. The most important thing is they are together. So I'm very proud of this guy because every time they are focused on what I'm asked, what I want, that he show, what I want that they can prove. So once again, the word today was the passion. And during the speech, it was the passion, it was the work together and to have the same thing. So they did it, but the reality is nothing because we have again two days. So maybe after the second game, we will get a smile.
Coach, congrats on the result. We saw the Super Eagles struggle through qualifying. The last day they beat Benin by 4, till they've beaten Gabon by 4. What has been the difference between the team we saw in the first part of the qualifiers and the team we've seen in the last 2 games that we've played?
Like I said earlier, with the Gabon journalist, I don't want to talk about what happened before. Since I come, we try to work, we try to create an identity. We talk about every time the game of project, the sport project. Sorry, the sport project is very important. The game project too, and like I said, the most important for a team is to create an identity, and the identity is how you play defense and how you play in offense. So this is why we try every time to improve at every FIFA window. But you know, when you play FIFA window, so sometimes and many times you have only maybe 2 or 3 training sessions. So now this group, this guy, they improve mentally, technically, and they understand what I want to do for them.
What lessons of this match are you taking into the final match? Thank you.
But now, I will watch the game again when I come back to the hotel. I think this guy will take the video at the breakfast today. So please don't put any video during the game. It's very important for me and my group. So no, I will watch again this game because we did a lot of good things, but bad things too. So we have to correct something for the second game. But I'm confident for my player and what they did, and I want that they will do better than they played today.
All right, final question.
Yes, hello Eric. My questions are: 1, do you think you need to create better service for Victor Osimhen? He's your best player, but it appears to me that he's not even playing as well as he can because he doesn't get the service he requires. First point. Second point, I would also like to ask, what are you going to do to improve the discipline of your defense so that when you are in critical moments, when you could put a game to the end, you end up conceding goals, especially at very, very late minutes, because it's not the first time this is happening. What do you think you need to do the 2 things that I've just talked about?
Good evening. So we don't have the same vision because my striker today, they had a lot of chance to score a goal. There is so many assists that we didn't score. So for me, for 2 diamonds, if you can watch again this game, you will see during 30 minutes, maybe we have 3 or 4, maybe 5 chances to score. So the second thing, I don't want to talk about only just one player. I prefer to talk about for my striker, for my midfielder, and for my defender. So when you want to score a goal, you have to. If you are a defender, you have to pass the ball for the midfielder, and same the midfielder for the striker. So this is not only a question about one guy who do an assist. Say what's happened before the assist. So for me, they improved. The second question was?
Now I was talking about the defensive discipline, yes.
Yeah, but the defensive discipline, this is football. If there is no little mistake about their position, there is no goal in the football. So we score 4 goals because they did some little mistake about position. So this is football, and we took a goal at the last maybe minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I don't remember. But the reality, we have the better chance to finish the game at the last moment. So no, this is once again your vision for me. It was a new defense too, because Bright, Benjamin, and Galvin and Zaidou, I think they played well. I think the team was strong in defense, but every time we can improve.
All right, I think that brings the press conference to an end. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you everyone. And
still ahead of us, but for this game, especially what happened this week, I think the boys really stood up. There was a real unity in the team, and I think what you saw today was an excellent performance. It's something that we can build on for Sunday. We showed everyone that we are serious. I think we've been doing that for the last months. But part of it is also about respect. We respect each other a lot. I know how much the boys sacrifice. We all want to die for the badge. We all want Nigeria to go to the World Cup. It's one of those things, it's in our blood. But at the same time, there's also some measures we have to take. And that's not just for our team, it's for Nigerian football all across, for the next generation. And it's also our time now to stand up for what's right. Thankfully that was done, was resolved very quickly. And I think we went to go and show that we are not just social media captains or teams that are not united. And today was a unifying performance, and like I said, it shows for what's come on Sunday. I just want to say thank you. I wish there was more. It was great to see so many Nigerian supporters here today, but I wish that we were playing this game in Nigeria. We've been through a lot. All of us, I think the players, the fans, but we're trying to make everyone happy. We are all Nigerian fans first and foremost. I was a fan of this team before I had a chance to play, before I had a chance to captain, before I had a chance to represent on big tournaments. And all of these boys have one dream to be the World Cup, and it's the same for me and for all the fans in Nigeria. So I just want to say thank you, and we're going to continue to give everything to make them proud on Sunday.
Just tell me, what do you think about this young man?
He's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. His potential is unbelievable, and he's a good kid. He wants to learn. He's down to earth. He's unbelievable.
90 caps for the Super Eagles.
For me, I think Brentford should get him back in with the first team because he's so good.
I was gutted, but as a person and as a striker, I had to keep it moving. You understand? But it was bad. And then I apologized immediately to my teammate because I saw that immediately I missed the opportunity. I saw that the referee said we're going into extra time. We're going to extra time, and then I told my teammates, I'm sorry guys, I will correct it in the extra time. So I think for me, if I let it get into my head, I don't think I'll be able to grab those two goals also. And I think for me, it's important because sometimes a striker, you score the one people believe that you cannot score, and then you miss the one that people say you can score. So, which is normal, but I'm human, so I make mistakes, which is normal. So for me, I had to just keep it moving. And congratulations also to the team for this performance. For everything that has happened, to be honest, all the players were locked in. Be it we trained or we didn't train, every player was locked in because even when we were at the club side, we speak with ourselves every time. We had a group that we speak with everyone. We try to motivate ourselves. Even during the club, when we have this performance, everyone congratulates each other and stuff like that. So for me, there are some things that have to be rectified. But I have to say a big kudos to the NFL president. He swiftly come into the picture and get it sorted. So which is fine and good. So for us. Now we've won the game, and the most important thing now, everything is resolved. We go back to our hotel, we try to prepare for our next game and try to see if we can get it done also. But of course, I think we can get it done. We have the squad to actualize this dream of going to the World Cup, because everyone wants to go to the World Cup. We have to be in the World Cup because we missed out on the last one, and I think we have the quality to do it.
Yep, so that's it. Victor Osimhen saying they have the quality to go to the World Cup, to be at the World Cup, and I completely agree with him. So, guys, the reactions, to that 4-1 win over Gabon. Yes, I really agree with you. Victory is sweet. Indeed, any type of win, particularly when it's from the playoff, it's very tricky. That's what I'm trying to tell Tayo Salam that, look, you're calling Gabon average. No, anything that makes a team goes to a playoff sport where, it's just one match and you advance, then you're good enough. So you listen to Coach Eric Shell, you listened to Calvin Bassey, William Troost-Ekong, and superstar Victor Osimhen. What got you talking after listening to them? Do you agree with the things that they talked about? Eric Shell talked about his team, working together, believing in themselves. But he made a very important comment too, that they didn't expect it to get into extra time. No one did, I didn't underrate Gabon in any way. No, they were prolific during the main qualifiers. As I said, any team that makes it out of that group, particularly they had Egypt right there that won the automatic ticket. So they had something. They had good learning experience. They had good, game plan that they were taking into this playoff. So nobody should come out now and make it look like Gabon was easy simply because we had the 4-1 win. And when did we get the win? We got the win when nobody expected that we were going to get that sort of win. First, for a very long time, we haven't seen the Super Eagles being dragged into extra time, whether it is them dragging someone or being dragged. We've hardly seen it. Two, we aren't sure of the sort of character that this team have, particularly in terms of going all the way in such crucial times. Three, the mental strength, we weren't so sure if it was there, particularly with the Tuesday saga. So quite a number of things weren't going right for the Super Eagles, but hey, what can I say? We like that it has happened the way it happened, and we're just here to celebrate it. I see you, Shola. I'll drop the link now so you can join, but I'm still expecting promise Forgate to get on. Guys, as you get into the live, please don't forget to tell us where you're watching from. I like it so much, so I get to appreciate you for your time. On TikTok, where are you watching me from? Talk to me. My people on TikTok, they showed me so much love this afternoon, so let's keep the conversation going. Yeah. Anyway, let me reintroduce myself. Officially, I'm Austin OKON-AKPAN, but on these streets, they call me proudly Austin, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome on board. Right here, it's sports, entertainment, and so much more. I do it for the love of the game. I've called it the Fun Factory because, let's just have fun, we only live once. And if you have a chance to do it through talking sports, entertainment, and so much more that I do on this channel, then we can do it together, for the love of the game. So welcome. As you get into the live stream, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Please do like the video. It's very important. They say it helps the algorithm. I don't know what goes on here, but they say it helps the algorithm, particularly on TikTok, because sometimes I just notice that it's inactive and then it starts blinking and TikTok tells me that it's going to go off. So if you're on TikTok, please show some love to the platform. Send the likes. Just at me, please. I think that's the goal. Just so you can be part of the team, so that when I'm creating content, you get to see it, you know it, you join the conversation, and then we, do it for the love of the game. So tell me, where are you watching me from? I want to take those comments now. Adam says he's watching from London, England. Thank you so much. Omoge is watching from the United States of America. We are in the United States of America. TikTok, tell me where you're watching me from. I want to know. Kelly, thank you for coming back. Big fan of the channel. Kelly is in Abeokuta. Thank you. Ayodele, I like this, your comments. He said, victory is sweet. Super Eagles keep soaring upward and above. On to the next game. Crucial, tricky game against DR Congo. Shola is ready to join. Shola is ready to come break down that game, all of the analysis. We will get into it very soon. Ayodele says, I'm of the view that the Super Eagles need to continue building character and confidence. I agree. It's very, very important. Adebayo Murphy, watching from London. Thank you so much, bruv, for joining. Ayodele is in same Ayo. No. This one. Oh, I've got Adebayo Murphy watching from London. Ayodele is watching from Stotfold in Bedfordshire. Good. Welcome, guys. I appreciate the love. I'm just reviewing that game between Nigeria and Gabon. It finished 4-1 in favor of the Super Eagles. I've said the action and reactions from that match, what were the major highlights for you? I'm going to do the player ratings. Who was your man of the match? What got you talking? Was it the first goal? Was it the second goal? By the way, we'll break it down, everything on the show tonight. Was it a penalty call, the one that the video assistant and referee, chalked off? Was it a penalty call? I thought it was, but there are several debates to that. Okay, let me see where we can go to next. Let's see if I can bring in somebody. I'm still waiting for Promise. Promise is the media officer of the Super Eagles. He has promised me he's going to be on the show. His name is Promise. He has to, keep to his promise. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. So Shala, get in. Let's rock and roll. Let me see if I can message Promise, tell him that we're waiting for him. So guys, get ready, keep those comments coming. I will talk about it today. By the way, the team had their training session today. I'm trying to also get that one out so you get to see it. Yeah, they had a training session today in Rabat, Morocco, ahead of that crucial encounter against DR Congo. I think they'll have another training tomorrow again and maybe rest on Sunday. Yeah, but they had a training session today, and I'm going to show you, right here on this channel. You're going to see the Super Eagles in training, their latest training. If you stay with me, I go day for you. Yeah. So keep your comments, keep them coming. So TikTok, because we aren't talking so much. Okay, Tonafa says, watching from London, United Kingdom. I've got loads of UK fans in here. Timmy General says, I'm watching from Wolverhampton. Fantastic, well done. Who else? So TikTok, AI saying Nigeria versus Gabon reactions, comments your score. No, the game has already been played. AI, so I think AI just wants us to give our reactions to that match. So feel free to do just that. Watching from London, I took that. TikTok. TikTok, keep the page active, please. TikTok, yeah, please keep the page active. I'll be coming to you guys soon, but let me just, see what's going on with this guy. It's on YouTube. Let me see. Technology, it's breaking. I don't know what's going on. You have the link, so feel free to pop in when you're ready. I've dropped the link in the comments section for you, Shala. And yep, I'll read some more comments and then I will go to Shola. Let me see. Tell me what were your major talking points from that win. I see some Omage says, Austin, the penalty. Yeah, what's up with the penalty? Right call, wrong call. Who cares? But what do you think? Adebayo Murphy says, Benjamin was my man of the match. I said it too when I joined the live earlier. I said my man of the match was Benjamin Frederick, so we share the same opinion on that. Ayodele says, kudos to the coach for bringing Frederick into the team at this time. What a revelation. That was a huge risk, but it's paying off. Another clear testament that in life we must be ready to take those risks, because you never know. So yeah, shout out to Eric Shell for believing in young Benjamin Fredericks. He's just 20, guys. Just 20. And look, it's a clear testament that you can't get it wrong with talent discovery and development. The man played in the Nigeria National League. That's tier 2. of the football league in Nigeria, and then played in the top league, Nasarawa United, before he went to Brentford in England. So you see, if only we can give more attention to grassroots sports development. There are millions of Benjamin Fredericks back home, but no system to discover them, no structure to keep them going, you know. So that's what the Nigeria Football Federation, this NFF, can they? But that's the hope, that we will give attention, you know, and then get more Benjamin Fredericks into the mix. So Osimhen needs to be very careful and avoid further yellow cards in the next game. I totally agree with you. So I know Shola is buzzing. He cannot wait to get into this conversation. You know what I like about Nigerian football analysts? They love it when Super Eagles wins. You start seeing their best quality. Their body go to hot. They go to shine. I know when Shola comes here now, you'll be smiling because things don't go the way you want. I know you. Good to see you, bro. What's going on?
Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok.
Yeah. Shola, I can see it in your eyes. I see your expression, everything. You're relishing that win, aren't you?
It was a great performance. Great result. The Super Eagles are soaring high. It's really good. 8 goals in 2 games. 1 goal conceded. The stats are suggesting that we're on our way to the World Cup next year.
Buzzing stats, I can see. What were your major talking points from that win?
It was a game that the coach used about 4 different formations. So he started off with the 4-4-2 diamond in the first half of the game, and we completely bossed the game. Complete domination. The only thing missing was the goals. But that first half was a really, really good performance. And we can also see the impact of a quality pitch. I feel like we saw different type of Super Eagles because they were playing on a proper football pitch that gave them the ability to play and express themselves. So that's something that we need to learn from. At halftime, we saw some changes. In the second half, he went to a 4-4-2, flat 4-4-2. And we started to see that we started to use the wings more. You know, we brought on Ejike, we brought on Simon Moses, and yeah, it was just an evolution of the game. We saw good patterns of play. Then he went into a 4-2-3-1, and the team looked very, very solid. That's where we saw Ndidi pushed slightly higher. Before he then finished with a 5-4-1, that's when we saw the introduction of OKON and Awaziem. And I feel like he used those two very, very well. So it was good tactically. Eric Shell was very fluid, and that's one thing that I really liked. He got the substitution spot on. He changed tactics when we needed to change tactics depending on how the game was going. So it was really, really good overall, good performance.
Wow. And the way they were switching with those formations, I thought they were smooth. But what really happened in first half? Were they playing with too much care? Were they scared of conceding a goal? Because we didn't see that fluidity. We didn't see those connecting passes. We didn't see the cohesion that we saw against Benin Republic that made us see 2 good goals in the first half.
I think the chances were there. So I think it was the 6th minute, Akko Adams had a 1-on-1 with the keeper, which he should have scored. And on the other day, he should have scored that. Osimhen had, I think, 2 or 3 chances in the first half where for some reason it just wasn't working for him. But I really, really would like to identify the mentality of the strikers to keep going despite those misses. Again, Ademola Lookman, he really, really tried as well. But I noticed when we took him off, the team looked more smooth. You know, they were connecting more. So that's something that for the next game, Eric Shaw has a big decision to make. Are we going to start Lookman or are we going to have him as a super sub? You know, in the last call, we spoke about Ejike, how he can be a great super sub, and we saw that effect on the game against Gabon. He came in, he was direct, he got the goal. So these are some of the things that moving into the next game, Eric Schell needs to look into.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, and I want to emphasize on the good pitch. You know, we could see that definitely the behavior of the ball.
January.
And these players, because they play in Europe, I think they were able to, you know, enjoy it. And that's very, very important. That's what we should try to do back home. Maybe it will impact on their game, you know. But on Ademola Lookman, what happened? You know, we talked about it that it could have been better as a super sub. You think that's the mistake Erichel made, you know, starting him?
Yeah, so we did. I think a lot of people said that he would be better off the bench, but he actually started him in an attacking midfield role. So as the number 10 at the top of the diamond for midfield, and I don't think that's really Ademola Lookman's game. Ademola Lookman likes to play in the left half space to cut in with his right foot and shoot. But we had him playing to an instruction where we wanted him to create for others. And I don't think that's really his game. And also psychologically, I think with all that's going on in his club side, I think sometimes he's taking too many touches. But that might be him trying to compensate for what's going on. He's trying to prove that he belongs. I think he just needs to relax. We know he's got the quality. We know he's got the star power. We know he's one of our best players. I think it will come.
I think so too. But the guys that have just been introduced into this team, they're actually giving the guys who's been in the team a good run for their money. Akor Adams, how impressive are you with his play, Shola?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with his output. I think that's 2 goals in 3 games now. The goal that he scored against Gabon, it was just about that identity that Eric Schell was talking about, being aggressive, anticipating, pressing. You know, he showed those qualities. We know that he's not a Victor Osimhen. We know that. But we don't have the expectation for him to be a Victor Osimhen. We just want to see you be proactive, get your body about, you know, chase, show aggression, show hunger. And that's all he needs to do. He's got the height, he's got the physique, and he looks like he's got a good left foot on him. So as long as he just keeps showing that positive attitude, he's a good foil of Victor Osimhen to showcase his talent. I think they match well, and I won't be surprised if he starts again against Congo.
And some people are busy saying that, oh, it was a gift, it wasn't a difficult goal. And I said, no, the fact that he had the awareness, because Victor Moses did a good press, and he had the awareness to be in that position.
Yes.
The first touch of the ball took out the goalkeeper, and for me, that's just fantastic, Shola.
Yeah. So what we're seeing here is the evolution of the team. Every team, every well-drilled team should have pressing triggers. So when a certain player goes, the rest of the pack should know that as a signal to go and press the next man. That's what we saw in this goal. As you said, Simon Moses triggered the press. Adams observed that, then he positioned himself for the next passage of play, and that's how we got the goal. So this is another way of getting goals and winning possession high up the pitch, pressing, and we can see that Akor Adams has bought into the principles that the coach has set. So well done to him, and I hope this continues for him. He's been a great addition to the team.
This is what we're talking about. Like, when you come into the team and you're given a chance to play, you need to take it. You need to impress, particularly with that forward line where you've got talented players. When you have now he has given Coach Schell proper headache, because he has to keep playing Akor Adams now. He has always delivered, you know, and that game, if that goal had not come the time it did, 78th minute, you know, football, and the 80th minute, a lot of negative play starts coming into play now. So this guy has shown that, look, I'm the guy who can come in, support Victor Osimhen. I can be the guy who can step in if everyone is looking at Victor. Just look at the awareness, how he chased the ball. You know, and that's why when I was on the live this afternoon, people were saying, "Oh, I'm making too much of the goal. That there's nothing there. It was the gift." No,
No, it's a very, very, very good goal. We can see that the team is being drilled. When one man presses, the rest of the pack must follow and support that press. If Akko Adams didn't support that press, you know what that means? That means Victor Moses has just wasted his energy because there wouldn't have been the support. And now look what happened. We got a goal. You know, we don't always need the number 10 creator. Sometimes you can get goals from pressing. Sometimes you can get goals from set pieces. What I liked about this game is that we scored 4 different types of goals. And that's what we want to see. We want to see variety. Some should be from crosses. Some should be from set pieces. Some should be from pressing and high turnovers. This is the signal of a well-coached team.
It's showing. Eric Shell is doing something, you know. And Shola, look, I don't just know how to explain it. That's why I have you as the analyst. Shola, help me. What can you say about this guy?
Yesterday, Victor Osimhen showed the world why he may go down as Nigeria's greatest striker. Let me explain. When he missed that chance at 90 plus 12 minutes, I feared the worst.
Me too.
From the perspective of this guy just scored a hat-trick in the last game to take us to this position. And I was worried that the whole world was going to come on his back. A lot of other strikers would have lost confidence. It would have affected them psychologically. But Victor Osimhen, what did he do? He went on to score 2 goals. That shows the elite mentality that this man possesses. And not everybody is born with that. So that's what differentiates him from from other strikers in the world. He won't give up. And right from his under 17 days, that's always been something that's unique to him. So yeah, that's all I can say about him. With an injury-free Victor Osimhen, I don't think anybody wants to play us.
Shola, he has 31 goals already. 31 goals.
I think in about 45 appearances. They're incredible stats. Incredible stats.
Like I was like, this man is on fire. You're bossing it with your club. You're bossing it with the national team. Some strikers, you see them. So when they go to their club side, they do well. They come to the national team. You begin them to score goals. His determination, his dedication. He's also so disciplined, and you could tell, just as what you said, when he missed that goal, and particularly that time of the match when he missed it, it would have broken anybody.
Yes.
But man stayed focused. And if you check, even when he missed the goal, I think he ran a bit. So that at that point, I think it wasn't about the pitch, it was the ball. And what a pass from Wilfred Ndidi. But all day, every day, you'd say, no, Victor Osimhen will kill this chance. But maybe the way he bent his body, or was it anxiety? He just wanted to finish it off. Shola, this was the 12th minute of stoppage time, Shola.
Yeah. At this point, I thought we were not going to make it through. I thought the gods were probably on Gabon's side, because Victor, if there's anybody you want that chance to fall to, it is Victor Osimhen. So for him to miss, I thought, wow, it's going to be a very, very long evening. But for him to stay on the pitch and score those 2 sublime goals says a lot about his mentality. He's heading straight for the top. And I'm sure many of those clubs in England that were messing him around over the summer, I'm sure they're regretting their decision now. Victor Osimhen is the man.
They will be crying like, what did we do? How did we ignore this guy? What were we thinking? If this guy can be given what he's giving with Galatasaray, try and imagine him in a proper big club in England, Spain, or Germany.
And he's top goal scorer in the Champions League for Galatasaray. I don't think that's acknowledged enough. I've never seen that before. Somebody playing in Turkey or Greece, top goal scorer in the Champions League, above Haaland, above Kane, above Mbappe, and you're playing for a smaller club. We need to give this guy the respect he deserves.
I know, completely. I see somebody saying in the comment section, I'm going to address you later, but with Victor Osimhen, no contest whatsoever. There's no Shola, and the way he responded, the way he got into space to pick this pass from, by the way, I'll get to him, Benjamin Fredericks. What a player. But with Victor, and you could tell that he really wanted that goal because it lifted that pain. It took it out of him because he said during the post-match conference that he told his guys, I'm sorry, I will pay for it. And if there was an extra minute more, the guy would have gone on to get a hat trick.
Yes, 100%. If the game continued, I think Victor Osimhen would have just continued to score. There was after that second goal, there was nothing stopping him. However, I'm happy the coach took him off because we need him fit and rested for Sunday. But whilst we're at it, we need to talk about this man, Benjamin Fredericks, Austin.
For sure. I'm coming. We'll get there. I'm coming. So you've talked about your overall opinion of the game. You talked a bit about Eric Schell's tactical changes and formations, but let's stay with formations because a lot of persons are still worried with the way the first half ended and how they got into it again in the second half. Was it a formation problem or execution problem?
So what happened is in the first half of the game, we were very, very narrow because we were playing a 4-4-2 diamond. So we didn't have two wide men. We had two strikers. Behind them was Lukman playing as a number 10. Then we kind of had three central midfielders in Chukwueze, Iwobi, and Ndidi. There was no width down the wings. But what that meant is that we dominated the ball and we were able to have good combination play, which did create chances. However, Gabon adjusted to that and started to attack us down the sides. So to counter that, Eric Schell brought two wide men on, Simon Moses and Ejuke. And then that is what led to the first goal. So you can see Gabon tried to attack down the side again, but this time we had Simon Moses on the wing ready to press. So that was Eric Schell countering their strategy of going down the sides because we previously were congesting the middle. So with Simon Moses and Ejuke on the wings, they could no longer go around the sides. That's what led to the first goal. So it was Eric Schell's tactical changes that led to that.
Wow, fantastic. And I think he was spot on with his substitutions. Spot on, and it was in good time.
Throughout the game, so when we moved from 4-4-2 diamond to 4-4-2 flat, we saw the energy, the direct full play of Ejuke and to an extent Moses Simon. So the wings were starting to be used more. When you move to a 4-2-3-1, we saw Onyeka come in to play the DM role. We saw Ndidi push forward a bit to the CM role, and we saw Alex Iwobi in the cam. That led to Ndidi giving an assist to Ejuke to score.
Right.
So we can see how Eric Schell's tactical changes throughout the game led to different goals through different phases of the match. I want to talk about Alex Iwobi. Do you have the content of Ejuke's goal there?
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. What role did Iwobi play there?
So before Ndidi got the ball, it was Alex Iwobi that gave him the first time pass. Nobody's really mentioned that, but that is Alex Iwobi's key skill, his ability to see the pass before it gets to him. You know, a lot of people have the expectation that Alex Iwobi is supposed to dribble and drive. That's not Alex's game. Alex's game is his vision, his one-touch passing, his elite decision-making in the final third. When you see the replay, you will see Alex released the ball to Ndidi straight away. He didn't take a touch, he didn't turn. It was almost like a one-time pass straight into Ndidi, and Ndidi had the space. So what I'm saying here is Alex Iwobi's strength is his ability to find space, read space, and his reading of the game. So that first time pass to Ndidi opened up the whole pitch. We'll see it in the highlight shortly. But that's what Alex Iwobi brings to the team.
But Shola, that driving is important. That driving is important. If what's his name, Wilfred Ndidi didn't do that drive in, he will not be able to take out defenders. If Benjamin Frederick didn't do it, I don't have any problem with Iwobi. I think he's a great passer of the ball. But I'm saying when you see space and a striker is trying to get into position, I think you need to drive, Shola.
Yes, no, 100%. We saw Fredericks do it from centre back, and we'll talk about Fredericks because I want to go into detail about him. You're right. We saw Ndidi do it as well.
Exactly.
But that's never been Alex Iwobi's game. He's never been someone that drives and dribbles. So we need to play him to his strength. In the goal for Ejuke, it was his first time pass that set Ndidi off. That's what Alex Iwobi is good at. That first time intricate pass, splitting the defense, he can do that, and we'll see it in the highlight. But in terms of driving, he's not been doing that, and I don't think he ever will at this point. He's 29, 30. I don't think he will. I think his ability to find space, create space for others to move into, that's where we'll see Alex Iwobi's quality shine. And the reason why he could do it on this game is because the pitch was good. We had a smooth service, so he could execute that pass quickly. When he's playing on bad pitches, it's hard for him to do that kind of first-time pass because it's hard to do that on poor pitches. Yeah.
I'll give that to him. He's very intelligent and he reads the game so well. But Shola, you know me and how I believe that creative role requires you to take out at least one or two opponents. When you do that, you give advantage to the striker. Look at that, Benjamin. Look at Wilfred Ndidi made it so easy. I'm looking for the goal now to come up. You'll see that's that driving because the defenders are now confused. They don't know what you want to do. You could 100%. Be driving in to go and shoot. You could be driving in to go dispossess them. Okay, what if Alex Iwobi does it well? I give that to him. But try and imagine, what if he had lost the ball?
Alex Iwobi or Ndidi?
Yeah, what if the opponent steals the ball? They counter you. They counter you. You get what I'm saying? I like that is his game. But Shola, be sincere. We're trying to analyze this Super Eagles team. We have a crucial game coming up. And whether or not anyone agrees, Alex Iwobi is a senior man for this team. 90 caps for the Super Eagles is not... He's been playing since 2015, Shola. So when I say show work, I know you're very quick to want to let me know that. Austin, didn't I tell you? See what Iwobi did. I know this is not the highlights I want to see. This is not the highlights I want to see.
And also in that passage of play, we spoke about on the last call, DM and CM. We saw what Ndidi did as a CM. In the first half, I thought Ndidi was very quiet as a DM. But the moment we released him, we brought on Onyeka to play the DM role, and we pushed Ndidi up a bit, he completely dominated the game. In fact, that is one of the best Ndidi performances I've seen in a Super Eagles shirt for a long time. And it's almost the identical position that Maresca was playing in for Leicester.
You said it on this call. Yeah.
That's where we need to be seeing Ndidi. He's not as effective as a deep line defensive midfielder. I think he's more of a box-to-box, similar to Patrick Vieira. Give him the license to roam and dominate the pitch. That's where you get the best out of Ndidi.
I agree. And particularly that he showed good character. He got the yellow card earlier on in the game and still, kept good composure, led the team, provided assists, Remember, I was the one who gave, what's his name? Victor Osimhen that pass that he didn't convert. It was the one who also gave Chidera, that pass. Let's say I just hope that this
great pass, by the way. That the weight of that pass was spot on.
This is the one to Victor Osimhen. See Franco Yeka. Franco Yeka is like, yay, we'll go. Osimhen, this goal. Unbelievable. Nobody would have thought that. And that's what makes football is crazy. And I don't know if you listen to Victor Osimhen, at the mixed zone when he said that's football, that as a striker you score the unbelievable goals that people think that you will not get it, and then you come back. Look, this is extra time. Man just missed a crucial goal. goal opportunity, and then the game started, and you'll see the mentality. We talked about it, but I just want our viewers to see it again. Game started, and right away the man was waiting to atone for his sins. You know, I think that's top class character right there. You wanted to say something about, you know, Benjamin Fredericks. That's why I'm playing this, so you can jump on that conversation on Benjamin Fredericks. Look at that drive, Shola. Look at the pass. You'll see it again on slow-mo, and I'll let you talk about it.
We also need to acknowledge Ejuke as well.
Yeah. That's the Ejuke goal. That's the Wilfred Ndidi goal to Ejuke. Yeah, that's what I've been looking for. Fantastic run from Wilfred Ndidi. You talked about him as a CM, the way where he placed the ball. You see what I'm saying? Because Wilfred Ndidi was running, the back line will be forced to keep running. So now you don't know what's happening. He has Victor Osimhen to his left, he has Ejuke to his right. But he knows that if he places it to Ejuke, it will split the defense open better. And that was top class decision making, you know. Shola, and that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, I don't know if it showed where Alex Iwobi started the attack from, but shout out to Wilfred Ndidi. I totally agree with you that this is the best that I've seen of Wilfred Ndidi playing for the Super Eagles. He played purposeful football. That's the best word I can use to describe it. Do you agree?
100%. He was all over the place. He's really dominated the Gabonese midfield. And I hope that Eric Shell, moving forward, continues to play him as a central midfielder. He won't be there on Sunday, so it'll be interesting to see what we do. But yeah, that was one of the best performances I've seen from Ndidi, because we instructed him to carry out a profile that suits his skills.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of dealing with some tech issues. Hopefully it will be rectified, and then I'll get on with it. But Shola, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so I'll keep the video rolling just so we see it. But I don't know, the streaming software is. They don't want us to talk about, I don't know, as South Africans here, because I still want to talk about the video assistant referee. But Shola, let me just run through the rundown you gave to me as regards tonight's talk. Yeah, you talked about Eric Shell tactical changes. We talked about Wilfred Ndidi and Victor Osimhen's response. Let's talk about Benjamin Frederick and Calvin Bassey's partnership.
Yes, I think we are seeing the foundation of one of Africa's best central defensive partnerships, especially in the future. I think they complement each other perfectly well. One is left-footed, one is right-footed. They both give Nigeria the advantage because they can both play out from the back. So I was talking about the first 30 minutes we were able to dominate. It's because those two in particular are very, very comfortable on the ball. We built up so many attacks from good ball circulation and good build-up play, and it stems from them too. But in particular, I would like to talk about Benjamin Fredericks. That kid, that young man, is going straight to the top. I won't be surprised if Brentford recall him back to their first team. From a central defensive point of view, he didn't make one mistake. In fact, he doesn't make mistakes. He's played 5 games now, and every performance has been flawless. Whether you play him as a centre-back, whether you play him as a right-back, his level of consistency is crazy. In fact, after Victor Osimhen, I think right now, Benjamin Frederick is probably number 2 on the team sheet. He's been that good. You know, there was discussions before about whether OKON should start on the bench. I don't think that's going to be a topic of discussion anymore after that performance. Benjamin Frederick.
Go on.
Benjamin Frederick has the technique to even play midfield. You saw it in the assist he gave, where he he shrugged Aubameyang off the ball. He beat two players and gave a perfectly weighted pass after the drive that he made. To your point about driving, he showed that. So I think he can play in defensive midfield if we needed him to. But he's really, I see him at a top 6 club. He's that good. Top 6 club in England. Benjamin Frederick is that good to play at that level.
Yeah, first and first, I think Brentford needs to call him back. Calvin Bassey talked about it at the post-match conference. Said, look, this guy is willing to learn, has great personality, down to earth, you know, and is just a top player. Shola, I said it. He's just 20, and surprise, surprise, is a product of the local league in Nigeria.
Yes, he's a good advert for the league. I think he's shown that our local players, especially local defenders, are more than capable. He's been a good advert for the grassroots in Nigerian soccer. His level of composure, his technical ability. I mean, how many times do you see a defender bring a high ball down on his chest and just play out? Usually they just want to head it or just clear it up the field. But not Benjamin. He will take his time. He'll slow the game down. It was almost like watching Cannavaro or Ricardo Carvalho at Chelsea. It was a joy to see. He really is the future of the Super Eagles, and him and Bassey are going to form a formidable partnership.
I see it because they were smooth, you know. They had this understanding. And you know what I like about Benjamin? He's clean with his tackles, Shola. Clean.
Yeah. His passing, amazing. You know, I saw him do a huge 40-yard switch to the opposite wing. He has that in his locker. If you want him to step up into midfield and dribble, he did that with the assist. To your point about the passing, his last-ditch tackle on Aubameyang in the box was keen. If you want to talk about winning the high press in the midfield, he did that for the assist. So in every situation, he completely dominated Aubameyang and the Gabonese attack. In fact, I don't think Aubameyang had a shot in that game.
No,
he didn't have a shot.
Yeah, frustrated him.
And this is an experienced ex-African Player of the Year.
Wow.
He's starting for Marseille, who are second in the French league. And this is what this 20-year-old young man has done. It's really, really, really impressive. He's really, really good. And Nigeria, we're very, very lucky and blessed to have such a defense. You know, before, everybody was focusing on the Super Eagles attack, but we're starting to see balance across the team now. You know, Benjamin Fredericks and Bassey, Sanusi, Olaeno when he comes back, that's a really, really, really strong defensive line.
I know.
Really strong. So we're not just going to be a top-heavy team anymore. It looks like we're going to be good in different departments. However, I would say the right-back situation is a cause for concern. That did look like our vulnerable part of the field. And it's ironic that it was from that position that Gabon scored. So that's something that Eric Chell needs to make a decision on. Are we going to bring in Ajayi and move Fredericks to right back? Or are we going to play Osayi Samuel again? These are some tough decisions that Eric Shaw will need to make for the Congo game.
I agree. Gave us some worries, you know. That pass from Wilfred Ndidi, I can't get enough of it, you know. We talked about it, you know. We talked about this, Shola, that look, it takes just 1 minute of brilliance and you will change everything about a game. You know, who would have thought that Super Eagles will get 3 goals? Shola, you can't tell me you had that thinking that they'll get 3 goals in extra time.
No. I think I was saying the score was going to be 2-1. So 4-1 is a shock to me. I still don't think we know how good this Super Eagles team is yet. I think they've not even hit their peak. And we will know how good they are once we get to the AFCON. I think they're on the upward trajectory, and based on performances in the World Cup qualifiers, we might have underestimated them. You know, this Gabonese team is a really, really good team.
Yeah.
You know, they went toe to toe with Ivory Coast, and Ivory Coast are the CAF champions. I think they finished second by 1 point behind Ivory Coast, so they're not pushovers. So for us to beat them 4-1, so for us to beat them 4-1, it's not a joke. So maybe us fans, you know, we might be on the brink of something great here, but time will tell.
So, you know, the problem with football fans, if the result is so good, they ignore other aspects of the analysis. So now people are talking about Gabon like we weren't even bothered in any way. Yes, on paper, we should beat Gabon. But this isn't an ordinary game. It's a playoff to go to the next stage that will give you that will renew your hopes of qualifying for the World Cup. So it changed the dynamics of the game, and anything could have happened. And you just talked about Gabon and how good they are, you know. And as a team, you can tell that they have quality more as a team than us that want to bank on individual brilliance.
100%.
Exactly. So when persons now come and make it look like, oh, it wasn't not just Gabon. No, they're a good team.
They're a good team. They deserve the respect, and they got more points than us in the qualifiers. So, you know, they deserve to be here. I think the Congo game, we need to, you know, also respect them. They're also a very, very good team. But again, if Nigeria goes and beats them 4-1, because we seem to like to score 4 goals, that doesn't take away the fact that Congo are a good team that just beats the Cameroon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, quick comments on TikTok. Helen Stay 17. Good morning, sir. Quick one about Ben. We are yet to see the best about him. Benjamin. Let's wait till Olaina returns. So we haven't really seen the best of. You think when Olaina comes, it will bring out his potential some more?
Yeah, I think each game, Olaina aside, each game Benjamin is growing. You know, in the first game in the Unity Cup, he wasn't stepping into midfield and dribbling 2 and 3 players to provide an assist. This is what we call confidence, belief. The belief in his abilities is starting to show. You know, there was a video of him dribbling in our own box. He was that confident now. You know, he was spraying 50-yard passes and they were accurate. So even though Olaino isn't here, Benjamin by himself, we're starting to see him growing into a leader at the back. When Olaino comes, it's going to take our whole team's performance to another level. So I 100% agree with that comment.
Yeah, there's more comments on TikTok. Afiz Baba, is Ndidi eligible to play on Sunday? No, sorry. We're going to miss Ndidi. He's got 2 yellow cards, and so he's going to miss that game. How bad will Ndidi be missed, Chola?
Yes, he will be missed a lot. He's a leader in the camp, so just putting his ball-playing abilities to the side, having that leader on the field, you know, someone that can lead the players during tough times when things are not going well, especially with the main captain, OKON, being out. I think that's what we'll miss the most. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Shell does to compensate for that. But we do have quality on the bench. You know, we have Onyeka, who, you know, for the AFCON last year, Ndidi wasn't even in the squad. It was Onyeka and Iwobi that took us to the final. We have Onyedika that's playing Champions League football. So we do have enough reinforcements. However, one thing that me and you both agreed on one of our calls earlier in the week was the need to call 6 midfielders.
Yeah.
We've called 5 midfielders.
Now we see it, Shola. Now we see it.
We're now going into this game with 4 midfielders. What happens if, I don't know, Alex Iwobi or Onyeka pulls their hamstring in the first 20 minutes? Now we only have 3 midfielders in the whole squad. Please, this is something that we need to start doing from the next game. We need to call a minimum of 6 midfielders to avoid situations like this.
Maybe they might convert Chidera or Educate. What do you think?
Well, hopefully, Shell has a plan. That's the only response I have to that, because it's not a nice position to be in. What happens if the game goes to extra time? And we don't have enough players on the bench to cut? Like, you know, we need to plan ahead for these things.
I see. Oh, I get you. Football. We'll see. We'll definitely miss Wilfred Ndidi. Guys, what do you think? What replacement would you like to see for Wilfred Ndidi? Ralph Onyedika. What combination do you want to see? Ralph Onyedika. You didn't mention Yusuf Abdullahi.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Yeah,
he's a good player. Yusuf Hassan, he's a good player.
Abdullahi, that's what I am.
Yeah, I don't think he will start. I think it will either be Onyeka or Onyedika that will come in. But with Ndidi out, I think we'll see Al Hassan. Yeah, he'll feature and he'll feature. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Tunde Obasa has said slot Frederick in midfield and use Semi for central defense.
Austin, Frederick is good enough to play DM. He's good enough to do it. He's very, very, very talented. That's an idea I believe in myself. I think it can work. However, I just wouldn't do it in this type of game. There's too much at stake to be experimenting.
That's right. I agree. But that's something Eric Shell can explore, because the guy has shown that he's got composure on the ball, he's confident, and he's productive. He knows how to be effective with it. So that kind of guy can actually do those drive-ins that I talked about. But then you need to be careful, because if you lose it, you can be punished with counter-attacking football.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So I just want to take more comments. The team, they're getting ready for Sunday's big final against Congo DR. Someone come for me now. That's the I calling DR Congo big. Yes, this one is not just this one. You lose it, your World Cup dreams dead, buried. So yes, it's going to be big. And Congo DR, they have shown. Just read what is scrolling there. The Leopards beats the indomitable Lions of Cameroon for the first time in 28 years. So there's something going on for the team at the moment. And Shola, I can remember you said it when we started this calls, that one team you don't want to play is DR Congo.
Yes, I think if there's any team in Africa that is equipped to handle Osimhen, it's DRC Congo. That's why I said it that day, because Osimhen will be able to dominate the Cameroonian defense. So I would rather play them. But when you have players like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Chancel Mbemba, Chuanzembe, the ex-Man United player at Burnley, these guys are very, very tall. They're very, very athletic, and they're strong. So they will be able to, I think, go into battle with Osimhen and our strike force. So it's going to be a very, very interesting battle. We're looking at potentially Africa's strongest forward line against one of Africa's strongest defenses. So it's going to be an interesting match. A lot of the Central African teams, so your Cameroon, your Gabon, your Congos, their main strength is physicality. They are the most physical region in Africa. They're strong. And a lot of our players are more smaller and technical. You look at the likes of Simon Moses, Chukwueze. These are not the type of players that are going to go into duels and we expect to win those duels in the midfield. Even Alex Iwobi, he's not really a physical type of footballer. You know, Fredericks, he's not the biggest defender. Sanusi is not very tall himself. So this is something that I do have concerns about. On the ball, I expect us to dominate possession, but we saw Congo's winning goal came from a set piece. I won't be surprised if they use that to target us on Sunday.
I know, and the thing about this Congolese team is they keep fighting. They don't get tired, and that was what they did to Cameroon until they got that late goal. Just imagine when they got that goal. They kept pressing, they kept pushing, and it came. So Yeah, I totally agree with you. But with what we've seen with Eric Shell and his team, the character that they've shown, their resilience, how they switch formations, they might confuse this team. But I want Alex Iwobi. I want
Yes.
Alex Iwobi to be at his best, Shola.
Let me just come back on your comment about confusing teams. That is the beauty of what happened against Gabon. We don't know how the Super Eagles are going to start. Is Lukman going to start? Is Ajayi going to come back? Is Akko Adams going to be dropped to the bench? Who's going to start on the wings? Is it Chukwueze? Is it Simon Moses? Is it Ejuke that scored? Who's going to replace Ndidi? Who's going to start in goal? The team is so competitive now that no one can actually guess the starting 11 at this point. We've used 4 formations in the last game. What does that tell you? We're tactically fluid. So even the Congolese coach, he probably doesn't even know what to prepare for at this point because nobody knows how we're going to tackle this game. So you raised a great point there, Austin.
I know, it's very important because I like the way they did the switch. It's just that we are so used to a particular, pattern of play, but Cameroon slept on this. They slept on this goal, Like that was the wrongest time to look at me talking. Let me face our own problems. Let me face our own problems because I'm going to be playing the same guys. But shout out to DR Congo. I like it. We talked about it on a call the other day. It's good for African football. It's getting competitive, Shola.
Yeah, as they say, there's no more minnows in African football. You see, Cape Verde, one of the 9 qualifiers from Africa. Yeah. So it's good for the game in Africa. I expect the AFCON next month will be one of the best that we've seen, just due to things like the quality of the pitches and the quality of the teams. The overall standard of the game in Africa is improving every day. So it's a joy to see. And Congo as well, they have a few local-based players. I think Piston Mayele is one of the best players in Africa right now. He's one of the strikers for Congo. We may see him on Sunday if Bukambu doesn't start. So yeah, it's looking good for the African game.
We'll see. And Shola was asking on TikTok that why don't you have enough attacking midfielders? I think we talked about it, and it's a big problem. Do you now agree with me when I said, in a way, we need Chrisantos Uche in this team? Do you not agree with me?
Yeah, I think Chris, especially with the lack of midfielders, I think Chrisantos Uche could have played a role, especially with Ndidi out now. He would have given us another option. So I think, he wouldn't have been a bad shout. I think we've called 5 wingers. We did need to call 5 wingers. One of those wingers spots could have gone to like a Chrisantos Uche or an Akin Samiro if he didn't get injured. So I agree with that statement.
Yeah. You've talked about the weakness at right back. We're still going to address it when we talk about that penalty call and the video assistant referee, what it did. Did you say something about Ademola Lookman?
Yes, I think in the last 2 games, we've scored 8 goals when Ademola Lookman has been off the pitch. Football is a numbers game. You either win or you don't win. You need to score goals. And if we're scoring goals when Lookman isn't playing, I don't think we should go into the game against Congo with Lookman starting. I think he can have the Ejuke effect and come on as a sub and impact the game in that way. I think it's not by coincidence that we started scoring when he came off. He's a great player, one of our best players. He's an ex-African Player of the Year. But I think the issue that Lookman's facing now is a confidence issue. This year he hasn't scored as much. I think he's doing too much. He's trying too hard. When a simple pass is on, he's taking an extra touch when he shouldn't have. When he could have just passed it on quick. And I think that's starting to affect his game, and it's starting to affect the team. So I think he should start on the bench in the next game.
We'll see. But maybe it might just be coming back revitalized, Go look at the last game against Gabon, and then he gets a second chance, and it gives us the spark that we need. Every game is different. Ellen Stay 17 on TikTok said, Mr. Austin, I think Eric Shell needs to bring in the guy playing for Pisa. Where's Pisa? What's that? Who is that? He plays same role as NDD. Do you know what she's talking about? Akin Samiro. Yes, Samiro. Yeah, he talked about it. Yeah, so yeah, good. Shala likes him. Yeah, Akin Samiro. Yeah, so hopefully, he will get his chance. But look, let's be sincere, guys. I've always talked about it that let's stay with the ones that are called for now because that's your team. Akin Samiro will get his chance. Same thing as Chidera Ejike now. He's gotten his chance. And you called it. You said, "Oh, this guy has done so well at Sevilla. He needs to be playing." I remember I also called for Chrysanthus Uche, and when I saw him at the Unity Cup, he brought something fresh. Remember that game he got in against Jamaica? You see that driving I was telling you about?
Yes.
So, look, I don't care if you can't tell me you've been the best of passers in the world. You just get the ball, your pass because you see space. No, when you hold the ball. When you drive, you confuse your opponents because they don't know where you're going to.
Yes.
And if it's a team that cannot handle pressure, they'll foul you. That's still advantage for you. Look, go back and watch Alex Iwobi of 2018 and 2019. You say, I get what Austin is saying. We don't see it anymore. He has to do those drivings. He needs to hold the player. I know him today. I know him. Yeah, Tunde on TikTok. If we had a viral on that 23 team, all these guys should be playing in that squad and pushing the Eagles. I agree. On the 20 is pivotal. 2023, because now we know on that 17 they can't pack old men. So I don't even look at them anymore because now we're just fooling ourselves, we're deceiving ourselves on that 17. But under 20, under 23, Shola, you see that's where we are struggling with our football because there's not been a transition plan.
Yes, I think the NFF have essentially, in recent times, focused on foreign-born talents, which is a good strategy because the likes of Bassi, Iwobi, Lukman, they all came up. Yeah, Ekong, they all came up in the English system, but we shouldn't use that to take away what we have back home. I think we should work with both strategies side by side. One shouldn't replace the other because in the long run, it's going to kill the domestic game.
Exactly.
Earlier you mentioned Frederick coming from the local league, so that means there's more Fredericks out there. So we should be complimenting.
Yeah, that's it. TikTok, they're telling us that our live is inactive, so we need to pump up the likes. Thanks so much to the guys who are sending in comments. But we need to pump up the likes. I think we need to get the screen busy. The guys on YouTube, they are doing their beats. I've still come to their comments. But TikTok, I want to read more comments. Also, tell me on TikTok, where are you watching me from? Tunde Obasa, where are you? Ellen Stay, where are you? Thank you. I see a Bosse Mama with the love right there. Guys, just add the page. I think that's the live goal. I just want you to add the page. That's Tunde Nice One in Canada. Feel free to join us on YouTube if you want to, so you can get to see the videos and you can join the conversation when I open it up for viewers to get into give their views. It's the action and reactions from Nigeria's 4-1 win over Gabon. We're talking about the major highlights. We'll soon get into the player ratings. I'll get Shola to rate the players and how they performed, and then we will give it to you guys also. To do your thing. Hello, he said, hey, Austin. Yeah, Esther. Okay, thank you. Keep the live busy. TikTok. That's just where I have a problem because if it's not active, I think something goes wrong and then TikTok takes it off. And I want to keep my TikTok people going. I was able to link it to Facebook today, but I'm having copyright issues now because of some of the videos that were played. So that's why I don't want to link it up with Facebook anymore. But when I link it up with TikTok, I think TikTok, I couldn't link it up because I'm using a Mac and I think it's compatible with Windows. So when I'm able to do that, so that I can just have everyone right in front of me, and then we'll rock and roll together. But in the meantime, let's do it the way we're doing it. I've got TikTok right here, and I've got YouTube right here. So, Shola, let's listen to Chidera Ejuke and Chidozie Awazim right after the training today. They're talking. The boys are pumped up. Listen.
He was working very hard, and I'm just excited that I could contribute that to the team. I mean, to be honest, I just wanted to come and contribute what I can to the team positively. Bringing my skill, going forward, and also helping the team to defend as a group. We are just very positive, and we're excited going into this game, and we're hoping or praying instead by the grace of God that we would be able to come out very outstanding and get the victory again.
It was really an amazing performance for the team, not just for me, but I'm really excited that I got some minutes, and also the win and the assist, and really happy that we got the win yesterday, which we deserve. And now we're just focusing onto the next game on Sunday. First, we had the first game, which was the first step, and yes, we won the game. And now we already know that what is at stake. We know that this is another step closer to the World Cup. So we just keep the same spirit, the same energy that we used in the first game, and we try to maintain the same energy and focus in the second game to make sure we get the victory, because with that, we're one step closer to the World Cup. So we want to achieve our dreams. We're definitely going to miss him, but we have other players as well who can play the same position and who is good as well. So we trust everyone. The coach trusts everyone's ability, and I just hope that whoever comes in the position of Wilfredo is going to try to do better than him, or try to give it all so that the team can come out with a victory. So that's the most important. Just do your best for the team and for yourself.
Awesome. I'm impressed. Awazim spoke so well, Shola. Aren't you impressed?
He did. He really did. Very, very, very good overview of where we're at as a team. And I love his trust in the whole squad. I think that's important for this type of tournaments. When one player's out, we trust the next person to come in and deliver. I'm even feeling pumped now.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to, play that interview for everyone to see. Razak Akinloye on TikTok. Hello, Mr. House. Hello, Razak. How are you doing? Where are you watching from? TikTok, please. Let's raise the likes to 5K. Let's raise it to 5K. It's not an active page. Let them not take it off. It's blinking again. Let's raise it to 5K. And Chidera Ejuke, he re-echoed some of the things you talked about. He knows his role in the team, and he's proud of himself of bringing that role, active.
Yeah, I think he delivered. He came in at the time where the game was a bit edgy, but he was very, very direct. There was none of this twisting and turning. The moment he got the ball, he was running straight to goal. And sometimes that's what we need, to just scare the opposition defense and to stretch there. He may not always start, but one thing we can expect from Chidera Ejuke is that he's going to run. And sometimes that's all you need, someone that's just going to run. So yeah, very, very, very happy with his performance as a substitute.
Fantastic. And Chidozie was proud that he got some time. He now knows that there's proper competition in there. The little time he got to play, he likes it. And that might be some level of encouragement for him too.
Yeah, him and OKON. I love how the coach used them. I think OKON has a role to play, but in the back five. I don't think he should be playing in the back four. So if the coach is going to use him, it should always be to defend the lead when there's a back five. We need someone to just organise the defence. I think Eric Shell got that spot on. I think he took a leaf from Pizarro's book, in the last AFCON. That's what Pizarro was doing. And that's when we saw the best OKON. He got MVP doing that. So whenever we use OKON, we just need to continue to do that. I think Awaziem playing as a right centre-back in the back three, that is the best position for him, because it's like a hybrid right-back and centre-back. So I'm very happy to see them both get the game time. I'm happy to see Awaziem get called back into the squad, and I love how Eric Shell used them and was able to manipulate the formations for the new players that are coming on.
That's the word, manipulated. Thank you so much. On TikTok, I see the love. Ayodeji Akerele, thanks so much for the heart me. That's what I want. That heart me, because I want to put everybody into that team. Join my fan club, because when we're ready for what we're planning, so that you guys will be part of it. And I know you guys love sports entertainment. You know, I know that for sure, and that's the content I'm bringing to you guys. Don't you like what you see? You get to see the players in training. You get to hear from them. Get to hear from the coaches. You know, it's right here. I call it the fun factory. You know, I'm not going to miss out on anything. I'm getting accreditation for the Premier League. Cover your Arsenal, your Chelsea, your Manchester United, your Man City. You get to see those raw conversations right here. So on YouTube, kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That's the next comment I want to take now. Please subscribe to the channel and say I've subscribed. And you know what? Let's do it like this. If you don't want to like the video, this picture coming up, if you're proud of what this team did, just like now. Just know you are liking this picture. Don't like the video, like this picture, because they did just well. They showed good mental strength. Shola, despite what happened on Tuesday, you know, showed good character for a team that conceded a goal in the 89th minute, got a clean chance in extra time, you know, just before extra time, and they didn't take it, but they still found a way to come out strong. That was good show of resilience. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it was. And one thing that this whole qualification process will ensure is by the time we get to the World Cup, psychologically and mentally, this team will be ready to compete. Going through this whole process, then going through an AFCON, every single game is now must win. Every single game is now high pressure. What this is doing is creating a resilient mental attitude across the squad. So everybody knows they have to give it 100% at all times. It's creating a bond, it's creating unity, it's creating cohesion. So by the time we get to the World Cup, we will be a very, very, very tough team to beat. Do you remember I mentioned Uruguay in 2010?
Okay.
I'm seeing this happen again. In 2010, Uruguay were not fancied to even make the World Cup. They went through the qualification process. It was a grueling qualification process. Back then they had Suarez. Right now we have Osman. So it's a similar path. By the time we get to the World Cup, we'll be ready.
Awesome. I like it. So YouTube folks, have you liked the video because of the Super Eagles? Subscribe to the channel. Guys on TikTok, if you want to switch over to YouTube, I'll gladly take you. Ayodeji, thanks so much for your gift. Thanks so much. You can switch on to YouTube if you want, but I still also want you on TikTok. I got persons this afternoon that were watching me on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all love, you know, and I love it so much, you know, because they said they love the content and they love the level of engagement. So I'll soon get into it's Proudly Austin, or just search for my name, Austin OKON-AKPAN. Proudly Austin. I'm Proudly Austin on YouTube. So you're going to see me join it, and if you want to come, you know, live on the show to talk about your own reactions from the Super Eagles game, I'm open. I'll soon get into it. I'll open up the channel for you guys. I'll do this show for you guys, okay? I'll do this show for you guys. So if you love football in any way, just come in and let's do it for the love of the game. We use it to relax. I've said I want this place to be your resting place. You know, after a long, busy, difficult day, just say, let me come chill with Proudly Austin, you know, and I will do it for the love of the game. Shola, is there anything you want to add before we go into the comments? Anything you haven't touched on? Because I'm keeping VAR for the last. You know, we need to talk about those officials.
I think at this point, we can, when you're ready, we can go through the highlights, the video analysis.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll go through it. Let me just see next video to bring up. So just in case you don't know, confirmation once again, that's what's up. The playoff final, Nigeria Super Eagles versus the Leopards of Democratic Republic of Congo. Shola is scared of this team, but after what the Super Eagles did against Gabon, I think he's got some level of confidence now. And then we might just be able to, and we've said it that with the formations that we're using now, we can confuse these guys. I think what they need to do, one thing they must not do, Shola, is to be overconfident.
Yes. And that's why I keep saying, let's respect them. I'm scared of them. It's to just bring everybody's tone down. Because when we start saying, oh, we're going to win, what happened in 1998? When we thought we were going to be playing France, and then Denmark just beat us in that World Cup. We were already planning for the next game. We didn't respect the opponents in front of us. I don't want us to repeat that. That's why every game, whether it's Gabon, whether it's Congo, they're tough, they're good, they're tough, they're good. It just brings down the tone a bit.
That's right. Okay, so I did. You were waiting for you, Ellen State. Thank you so much for the likes. Let's keep the likes going. That's TikTok lives on likes. If you don't have likes, the page just starts acting up. So yeah, please, if you're on TikTok, please kindly like the page. Heart me. I love it when you heart me, and then when you become part of my team. So let's make the super fan goal, and then we will keep doing this content. I'm sure you're going to like it. Yeah, so let's get on with the show now. I want to talk about those South African officials. Shola, we talked about it. We said that they might just be under pressure to deliver, so it won't look like they are biased. Was that what happened with that officiating?
I thought the referee was really good. I think you mentioned that he's a professional and he's a really good referee. You've watched him before. And after that game, I can see why you said that. He was really good. He covered everything well. He was impartial. I know you want to talk about the penalty later, so I won't comment on that yet. But I was happy with his performance.
Yeah, so that's him right there. Abongile Tom was the center referee. He's from South Africa. His assistant from South Africa. The head of the video assistant referee from South Africa. The referee assessor from Benin Republic. So what FIFA and CAF wanted to do to us was, Nigerians, break your head, kill yourselves, wound yourselves. We are not going to change these referees. They are professionals and they're going to do their job irrespective. But, my argument, because people were still coming for me this afternoon that, suddenly I now like the referees because the referee did good for Nigeria. What do you mean by they did good for Nigeria? I called for the referees to be changed because of the comments made by the Minister of Sports in South Africa. You cannot throw around hate comments. Yeah, you cannot throw around hate comments and then they are giving us officials from South Africa. But Abongile Tom, he had to do his thing. As I said, I've watched about 6 of his matches, and he's a top professional. So FIFA, I'm sure, wasn't able to change them because they need to do clearances for whoever they are bringing. They normally used to do their background checks and all of that, and the timing. Again, that shows the terrible response from the Nigeria Football Federation, because they stayed about 3 or 4 days before they protested the appointment of the referees. So FIFA would have said to them, Omo, you are coming late. There's nothing we can do. But shout out to Abongile Tom. I think he did just well. Show that that he can be that top professional that we know him to be. So let us get into that one that was really contentious. Shala, was it? Yeah.
Clear penalty.
Clear penalty, right?
Yeah, clear penalty. There's no shadow of a doubt. Clear penalty. I'm even surprised that they didn't give it. I'm even confused. Why would they not give that? That's my question.
And they stayed 5 minutes with the video assistant referee. And I'm like, what were they watching? What were they watching that they didn't see? 5 minutes.
Or maybe they were under pressure
that's what I was trying to say, that either way, half of FIFA needed to change it. And I was serious about this. I said, look, because that's what fans of Gabon on the live in the afternoon were saying, that, it's cheating, that it was a clear penalty, this, that. And if that penalty was awarded, it would have definitely changed the temperature of the game. I'm not saying Nigeria wouldn't have gone on to win, we're the better side, but definitely would have looked like a very difficult match suddenly, particularly if Gabon now decides to, operate so well with the low blocks.
Yeah,
and we know these Super Eagles, they struggle, to impress when they've been cracked.
Mm-hmm. We have to ask ourselves two questions. Did he dive? Yes or no? Did he dive, Austin?
The
Gabonese player. Yeah.
He didn't dive.
He did it. Thank you. That's number one. Was there contact?
Yes, there was.
Yeah, so it's a penalty.
And the third one in the rule said, the rule would say, was it goal bound? Oh yes.
Yes. So
I don't know why people try to want to make it look like they love Nigeria more than I love Nigeria. We're just very objective analysts. And South Africans will not hear this point now. They will not hear this point. They're just waiting for when I'll call out their minister and they will not start saying this and saying that. It is what it is. It was a clear penalty, whether I'm Nigerian or not. I'm trained, to say the truth, operate with integrity. But again, we were just watching on TV. We don't know what this referees see. We don't know the rules that they are using, to handle their football, but I'm just saying based on what we saw. Okay, this was the equalizer from Mario Lamina, right to side Samuel, body deflected it into goal, and Gabon got right into it. But that's not the video I'm looking for. But yeah, they will say, you showed Nigeria's goal, you didn't show Gabon's one goal. Inshallah, they will start coming for me again. So let them see Gabon's goal. Okay, so that's the goal. Mario Lamina scored for Gabon in the 89th minute, and they loved it, because that was just what they needed. And inshallah, from this point, this game would have gone anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I was just looking at it. I don't know if Stanley Nwabali should be getting beat at his near post like that. Interesting one.
I get you. I thought so too. But the thing with deflection is it's reflex. You don't see it coming. You don't see it coming. Yeah, it's near post and goalkeepers are being, beaten by the near post. But I think what we should be talking about, some persons have blamed Chidera Ejuke for not going to help, for not closing in. But I'm saying if right side Samuel is heading the ball backward, then you should be tracking back to follow it. If he's landing on an opponent, you should be right in his face to cover up. But you see, the guy had too much time on the ball, actually take the shot. Yeah, and that was just, what caused that. And you see, right after that goal, you see now Gabon now started trying to have to control the game, have good possession, and all of that, and it could have just gone the other way. So that's the Gabon goal. Let's say it one more time again, and then I'll go into the penalty and the video assistant decision. So wherever you're in the world watching, this is Proudly Austin. My YouTube channel is Sports Entertainment and so much more. We just come here and talk sport for the love of the game, and of course give you an opportunity to find ways to relax, chill, and express love for the beautiful game. We're having a look at the game between Nigeria and Gabon. It finished Nigeria 4, Gabon 1. What is it for? It's for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying playoffs. One more match to go for to know which team from Africa we go to the intercontinental stage. So just having a look at what happened between Nigeria and Gabon. So I've called this one the action and reactions from Nigeria's win over Gabon. I played the post-match conference with Coach Eric Shell. I brought you interviews from the players, William Troost Ekong, Calvin Bassey, Victor Osimhen, Chidozie Awasdie, and Chidera Ejuke right here. This is the place to be, I do it right. So guys on TikTok, feel free, let me know where you're watching me from. Drop comments. I'll read your comments right here. Yeah, and if you want to come over to join me on YouTube, I'm waiting for you, because right there you can see the highlights. You can be part of the conversation, and we'll take it up from there. So that's it. Mario Lemina's goal in the 89th minute brought Gabon back into the game. And at this point, Shola's hand started doing ting-ting-ba, ting-ting-ba, ting-ting-ba. Shola was like, hey, problem today. My body began shake at this point. I was like, what's going on, Shola? Shola would have been disastrous if Gabon had locked shop and then this game, goes into penalty.
Yes, it would have been a huge shock to everyone, because as you mentioned, going to penalties, it's now anyone's to win. So we couldn't afford to be in that situation. But kudos to the Super Eagles. They kept going, and we ended up winning 4-1. So bring on Sunday.
We haven't really seen much of that from them, so we want to thank them for, considering our blood pressures. We've been through so much qualifiers, and we're saying, Super Eagles, Mark Nina, Nottingham. Okay, that's good. I come to Nottingham, I've been there twice. Taiwo Awoni gave me tickets to come watching, so I think maybe because of you, I'll see if I can, stop by Nottingham again for one of the games, and yeah, we can just hook up, can even go watch a game together. So yeah, let's keep in touch. Let's keep in touch. Let me see if I now have that video, the one that was really
all the way across the face of goal.
Yeah. Shola, how is the video at your end? Is it breaking?
There's no video playing right now.
Okay, but it's coming up. But when the video plays, is it tripping?
In and out.
Yeah, I see. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Maybe the videos are too heavy. What I need to do is I need to be making them short, just so they can play properly. Okay, let me read some comments on YouTube. Well, the system is going through that process again, so I'll just give you some time and read some comments on TikTok. Ayodeji, I would love to meet you. I am a sports law master's graduate from Nottingham Trent University. Oh, nice, well done. My particular bias for football agency and player management. Ooh, nice, well done. Okay, we'll see. Never know. Small world. We'll see how we can make it happen. Shola, how do we approach the game against Congo?
I think we need to keep up the intensity, and we should try and score an early goal like we did against Benin. It didn't work out with Gabon, and that's what gave them confidence in the second half to come out and play against us. The earlier we can score a goal against Congo, the better for us. But the longer we leave it, the more confident they'll grow, and that will cause us problems. We need to be alert for set pieces because they know that they are in terms of physique, they're the taller team. So we need to be mindful of that. But I think as long as we keep the ball on the floor, we play our passing game, quick passing like we did against Benin in particular, no dilly-dallying, I think we should win this game. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
in terms of formation, just due to the physicality of the Congolese defense, I think the flat 4-4-2 is what I would go with. So that's Akko, Adams, and Osimhen. Yeah, not the diamonds that we started with against Gabon. Yeah, I don't like it. But the flat 4-4-2, just to keep the defense occupied, because they will be, if Osimhen is isolated, it might be a problem against that Congolese defense because they're very fast and strong.
I see. And they must be productive. They must be able to, think fast, make decisions, the ball, because they need to run out this Congolese team, because they will come with so much physicality. And it's when you are holding the ball too long, as I want to come close to jab you and all of those things, your man again should do the driving, get offensive, and force them to get cards. teams that are very physical in Africa, they end up with 1 red or 2 red cards. And the moment we have the numerical strength, we'll finish them.
You see, in this game, I don't even want Alex Iwobi to play in the midfield. I want him to play in the position he plays for his club. Let him go back to the wing. Let him go back on the left wing. Yeah. And then you can either have Ejuke or Chukwueze on the other wing, and then Onyeka and Onyedika in the middle, because they're both physically strong. We need powerful players in the midfield to counter-attack that Congolese midfield. I think if we play 4-4-2 against Congolese 4-3-3 with Alex Iwobi in the middle, he may struggle with the physicality of that team. Let's push him onto the wing, and that's what he does for his club side. For Fulham, he plays on the left midfield. Let him do that for us on Sunday. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah. Let's go back and see if this video will work for us now. I'm just trying to see this VAR call. I don't think it's working at my end. If it doesn't, then we'll leave it. We've said I've done justice to it, and I agree to that also, that it was a clear penalty, and you can see the relief on Bright Osai Samuel's face, you know, and Victor Osimhen, because if that had stayed, then we would have been saying something completely. Shola, can you see the video now?
Yeah.
It was contentious, you know. I think it was the angle. Let's look at it one more time. I'll try and see if I can pause it. Was there contact? That's the major conversation that we should be having. So ball comes in from a set piece, and I'm bright to say Samuel should be careful, you know, because these are the sort of games that just one terrible mistake will just ruin everything, you know. Okay,
it was 0-0 at this point. So
yeah, and this is 56th minute. So imagine if we had considered that penalty, that penalty, and then we concede a goal, then we'll start chasing the game, and it means if you make mistakes, you get punished. Okay, let's read some comments now, and then we'll see how we'll start wrapping. It's sad we will miss Ndidi, but there's enough in the Arsenal to prosecute the game. I totally agree. We've got more than enough, and we've run through that analysis. Odimegu, Chidima, Benjamin is such a good player. He is cool, calm, and collected. The triple C's. Benjamin, it's your time. Enjoy. Yeah, that was a good comment, and it's true, you know. And Calvin Bassey talked about it too. That the guy is, you know, ready to learn. He's cool, he's calm, and Odimegu is saying the same thing also. Yeah, so World Cup is not the same without Nigeria. I beg, it's you people's birthright. Nigeria was not at the World Cup in 2022. Did World Cup not happen? Did Morocco not shine? If you guys don't do the right thing, you're not going to be at the World Cup. It is what it is. It's what you sow, you reap. So
simple as that.
As simple as that, bro. Benjamin Chemala Frederick, man of the match, was so defended powerfully at breakneck speed. I had to keep rewatching him against Aubameyang. I tell you, that move was everything, you know. He was so athletic and resilient. The pitch was lovely too. Look, I've said it over and over again. Go and check each time we play in Morocco. The best I've seen of the Super Eagles, I don't know if it was Eric Shell, if it was Gernot Trotter that was the coach. There was that game against Sao Tome and Principe. And people said, because it was Sao Tome, I said, no, go and see how they express themselves with the ball on a good pitch. You know, very, very important. Very, very important. Ayodele, good pitch, but not enough crowd to cheer the team. I hope the Supporters Club will be more vocal in subsequent matches. Yeah, the Supporters Club, they were there, but I mean, they won't go and be shouting at the top of their voices. They like the chemistry in the team where everyone played their part, even Amas and others on the bench. Amas was running into pitch. He got carried away and they gave him a yellow card. What's the problem? Yeah, we took that comment. Yeah. See. More comments and then we'll wrap it up. Akko Adams seems to understand and pick up your. Yeah, true. True. You see, as a supporting striker, Shola, is important because if everyone is giving attention to Osimhen, you need to now step up and play the role of a joker. And I think Akko Adams is doing that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Similar to, you remember England, Michael Owen was the star boy, but Heskey was there as like the battering ram. It's the same thing.
That's right. That's right. And you could tell that era. You could tell that was why the team was prolific. But these days, just Hurricane. Now Hurricane, Busayo, Bukayo Saka, Bukayo. So it's a big advantage if you got a player who can support and step up.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees, complimenting Osimhen's effort. Yeah.
I think Akko Adams isn't competing with Osimhen. He acknowledges that Osimhen is the main player, so he's doing what he can do to support, and that's exactly what we needed for that role. And most importantly, he has the physique to hold up play in the middle, and I think he's using that to his advantage.
Very important. Teams in Europe appear not to see the greatness in Osimhen, but Galatasaray appears to celebrate and appreciate him, hence his ability to continue to deliver for club and country. I totally agree with you. Starboy Osimhen, top player. Victor Osimhen has also played less games than Haaland. You see? Oh, thank you so much. I love this comment. Thank you so much. Helen stays. Samuel Chukwueze need to start against Congo. He's not that energy guy, but he gets up tried on time. I didn't really get that. Do you agree, Samuel Chukwueze? He didn't give us what we saw against Benin Republic.
And the reason for that is the physique in his game was too much for Chukwueze. The Congolese team are a strong outfit. We need people who are aggressive, who are going to go into challenges and be aggressive. I wouldn't start Chukwueze in that game. I would rather even start Educate, who's a bit more sturdy, a bit more stronger.
Yeah.
We don't want people that can be just nudged off the ball. But against Benin, please go ahead.
But the coach might want is being able to dazzle, run at the opponents. That might be why Samuel Chukwueze might be starting that game.
Yeah, I see why the coach would start him, but I think Samuel Chukwueze's best games, from my memory, are always against South Africa. The game against Benin is because those teams are not really aggressive teams. They don't want to dominate physically. Against Congo, it's going to be a completely different matchup. So.
Yeah, I see. We'll see. Olarewaju, please, do you have a backup 10? We really will have a 10. Do we have a 10? Olarewaju is asking on TikTok. Do we will have a 10? After the backup. Yeah. Ellen stay on TikTok. I say Samuel Chukwueze has got a skill, but not much strength. So he needs to play early when the game is hot. We'll see. Lara just say Iwobi is really trying. Iwobi needs to do more. Iwobi needs to do more. Shola can only just point one time that I played a pass to Ndidi. Tell me more. If we are to bring out highlights from that game, Benjamin has got more highlights than Iwobi. Wilfred Ndidi has got more highlights than Iwobi. So this is what I'm saying.
You're right.
Even White or Sai Samuel will get more highlights than Iwobi.
I see your point. He needs to be
educate him in as a sub and go and check his impact.
Yes.
So every time I say this, people don't just see the point I'm making. I'm saying because I know this guy is a good player. He's a good player. Celestine saying is watching from Enugu in Nigeria. Thank you so much. Adama Ogu. There's no point bringing Benjamin back to play in Brentford if he's still going to be benched like Uche at Crystal Palace. Being benched prevents a Super Eagles player from being match fit for AFCON and World Cup. Yeah, but he's still a Brentford player, so if they want him back.
Benjamin Frederick is good enough to start for Brentford.
Right.
So we're not saying call him back. We're not saying call him back to bench for bench. We're saying call him back because he's good enough to start.
Yeah.
If Bassi can start for Fulham,
yeah,
then Frederick can start for Brentford. What's the difference between them?
Yeah, true. I agree totally. I completely agree with you. Chomenacho. Hi, good evening. How are you? Where are you watching me from? Tell me. Thank you so much. Habib Abatunde, once Olaina comes, he can play left back as he was used by Pizarro in the last AFCON. And then we invite Kayode of Brentford, who will play right back, Frederick Ambassi at centre back. Do you agree?
I think Eric Chell has a plan with Felix Agu. I think he will be our left back. He played really well in the Unity Cup. I think that's another fresh face that's going to come in. So what I see is Felix Agu, Bassi, Frederick, Olaeno. Kayode is only 21, and he hasn't confirmed that he wants to play for Nigeria yet. You know, he's still playing for Italy under 21, so there's still a process. So I think he's one for the future, and he's one that we need to start engaging to see if he actually even wants to make the switch. Because he hasn't confirmed that he wants to play for Nigeria yet.
Yeah, he needs to let us know so we know what we're doing with him. We'll waste time. Habib said because that team can win any competition, that Zaidu is not so comfortable with the ball. No, let's not criticize the players yet. There's a big game on Sunday. Ayodele says Nigeria to win 5-1. Yippee. 5-1. We'll see.
I mean, even though it sounds crazy, based on how they've been playing recently, Ayodele, it's not impossible. So let me not even say no to that one.
5-1. But the way they've been scoring goals, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, Bassi and Ajayi in central defense, Frederick right back, Oyedika to partner will be in midfield. Okay, that looks like something that can work. Yeah, Osai Samuel is so shaky, but I like him. Just that players have their days. Find solution for the last minutes, conceding goals. Yeah, that's a character thing. Yeah, Senovidia is playing now. Watching from New Jersey in the United States. Thank you so much. Old Mantini 77 watching from Connecticut. Thank you. Ayodele, Nigeria needs to take their chances. Very correct. I agree. Because remember that game first time we talked about the Akko Adams chance. If you take that chance, you put them under pressure on time, and then from there we could take control of the game. Ayodele says we are on the right track now. Do you agree?
Austin, 10 games unbeaten. We have the trajectory, we have the momentum, we have the form. I see us going 11 games unbeaten. We are on the right track.
That's right. Thank you. I like it. Okay, Chukwuosio, Yellow Day, welcome. Always dropping the Niger flag. Proudly Nigerian. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tinka Island 1374. Please stop this physical ish. As if Nigeria cannot be physical. Now you know that's not a Nigerian. Now you know. No beef, bro. We're just saying it the way it is. African football is physical. Ayodele Chukwu is tricky. May come in handy against Congo. Yeah. But we don't want to go over and do sidestepping. Before you go and fall on the ball, now you lose it. They go and counter us and score. It's serious business. Old Mantini 77 says if Ndidi is out, so who is going to captain the team? Because Ekong might not start. Let Sanusi captain, silent leader or experience. My suggestion. That was a good point. So without Ndidi, who is the third choice? Maybe they might give you Iwobi.
Yeah, I was going to say Iwobi or Osimhen.
Yeah.
Or Simon Moses, if Simon Moses
Simon
starts.
Moses, sorry, yeah, because that was what happened at the Unity Cup. Yeah, he was the captain. Congo always dominates us in midfield, but we always have the better of them. Okay, we'll see. So we should watch Tunisia '94 when they were called Zaire. Football has evolved, you know. Football has evolved. So yeah, but I get your point. Yeah. Habib Babatunde don't start educate. Chukwueze helps defensively. He did a lot of switch up plays and distribution. Don't focus on his flaw in the match alone. Educate should come in second half. Okay. I told you, my people, they know their football.
Fair point.
Abogzi, Nigerian players should watch the game against Gabon all over and correct the mistakes made because we can't afford not to score in the first 60 minutes against Congo. Yeah, a quick goal, I said it too. It makes a lot of sense. So it says Simon is the next captain on TikTok. Helen Stay, we are on the right track only when we are through with the game against Congo and win it. So she's saying no, not yet though. Well, we beat Congo, then she will agree that we're on the right track. So Shala, I think we've covered enough the action and the reactions from the match against Gabon, and yeah, we'll wait for Sunday and then see what the team will come up with and what football we give. But you need to make a prediction, Shala.
I'm going for 2-1. Nigeria to qualify next round.
Nigeria to qualify. Absolutely. Guys, quick prediction. I want to see 4 predictions and then we'll wrap it up. Olariwaju Simon is a tricky player. Yeah, I like him. Great guy, good player. I want to see predictions. Let's take 3 predictions and then we'll wrap it up on the show tonight. So Shala has gone for 2-1 Nigeria. Lukman should always release ball to touch. It's okay not to touch, yeah, or more. We'll get his vibes back, yeah. Okay, Chuku says, let's beat Congo first, though. We okay, no fear. Old Mantini 3-0, Niger all the way. Okay, Chuku again. Niger scores 3-0. Jide Olubumo says Nigeria wins 1-0. Decent score line. On TikTok, Olariwaju said Nigeria to win 3-0. Ellen Stay says Nigeria to win 2-0. Ayodeji Akerile says I agree. Nigeria 2, Congo 1. I told you Olariwaju says 3-0. Ayo Iluade, Nigeria 2, Congo 0. Akpomu says, I beg me kuna follow Wabali talk. I thought Wabali wasn't bad in that last game. I think he was.
Yeah, I thought he was okay. People underestimate his ball playing ability. His ability to stay calm and composed with the ball. It gives us control. I know it gives some people high blood pressure because sometimes it's very, very close. But we've not conceded from it yet. So I think in the last game, I thought he was okay. Yeah, it was good.
I think so too. And I think he had good control of the defense line. Because irrespective of what anybody wants to say, if the defense is doing well, it's because the goalkeeper is saying something to them. So yeah, he understands now that the backlash is visible, and there's Maduka Okoye who is also decent. So if he's not careful, he'll be sitting on the bench. Yeah, let me see. Someone is asking me an important question. I'm just trying to get it out. TikTok is saying, yes, he had a bad game. Yeah, Timmy Cam King. TikTok people, please. We need to like the page. It's inactive again. We need to like the page. It says, what's the head-to-head between both countries? That's an interesting one. I know I had the slide. Give me time to verify it. Tomorrow on the live stream, I'm going to say it. Ellen Stay, yes, it wasn't bad because I think he was cautioned enough from his last error. That's on TikTok. Helen, thank you, Ayolo Ade. Wabali needs to control his temperament. Yeah, we talked about it the other day. on the live, and I think is getting better. So tomorrow, Timmy and King, I'm going to get that head to head. I know I got my graphics guy to do it, so tomorrow I'll definitely share it with you. But I think it's still advantage Nigeria. Thank you so much for the likes, Apomo. TikTok people, can we take the likes to 10K, please? Let's take the likes to 10K. YouTube, 3 more comments. Shola needs to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. Shola, you know what these people do? When we just say we want to go, they just start pouring the comments so that we don't go. I'm telling you, look at how the comments are just pouring in. That's when I say I want to go. When we are out on our tails up, we must not sit back, okay? Abi Babatunde, there'll be a continuation of the 4-goal streak, okay? Nigeria will score 4 goals, not 4-1 or 4-0. There's something spiritual about this movement. Mark this. And Shola has yelled a big amen. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. These guys are very confident. This is a 5-1 scoreline. Ayodele saying it's going 5-1. Old man Tini Wambali has 2 incidents to clear ball out. Okay, it happens, it happens. Ogechukwu, Austin, I beg, there was a time you almost messed up and Oba almost scored. But look, everyone has their moment in a match like that, But I mean, he held his own. He didn't concede a proper goal. It was a deflected shot, and he had some good clearances. He also started attack at some point, so men no worry. Let's not forget that this is Bobo. Now our guy was decent at the last half call. He was just playing with the ball around the post. Your brother. Tower TV, Nigeria win 2-0. I see you. Jide DR Congo's defense is really good. Yeah. Hope we break them up in the first 45 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. Habib, head-to-head, Congo won 3 times, 1 draw, Nigeria 2 times in the past. That's okay. I had it on my live show tonight. That's why I want to have a look at it again. There's a breaking news that Ndidi may be eligible to play. I don't think so. It's still the qualifiers. It's the qualifying series. And I had the media officer of the Super Eagles. They spoke with the technical team. And no, they say Ndidi cannot play. There's no way they will let him play. South Africa will report us. South Africa will just say banish them. We don't want to hear Nai before we even reach Nigeria. They don't want to hear 9 near the World Cup. So, guys, it's not possible. Indeed, he's not eligible to play. So that's all the comments I'm taking on YouTube. Let me go to TikTok. Larry Wad, Ali Isaacs, we helped use out twice. I think I missed where you're coming from. Let me see if I can get it. Ali says, thanks, South African ref. We helped use out twice. I don't know what you mean by that. I think Nigeria played well, good enough to win the game. Larry Wadi, that game against Gabon shocked the world. Ali, Cameroon not making it, and Onana with a mistake. Nigeria scored 9 goals in 2 games, 70% of the goals are Osimhen. Okay, I see you. How do you feel having a striker like Osimhen? Oh, awesome. Ali, where you from? It's South African. Yeah, Osimhen, that's the best striker in the world now. We feel blessed that we have Osimhen. I think Nigeria has been blessed with strikers, Shola, back in the day to even current time, Even before Osimhen came, Odion Ighalo passed it to him. And Odion Ighalo was also, a very decent striker. So strikers hasn't been our problem, right?
Yeah. From way back. It's just been passing it on to the next generation.
Yeah, I remember, and I like the analysis you gave, because we're always big on importing, or rather exporting strikers instead of, that's why we have shortage of midfielders, because we just want to send people who can score goals to Europe. So that's why we just keep producing strikers, yeah. Color Bright, yes, there was a breaking news a few minutes ago that Ndidi will be eligible to play. I don't know who broke it. Where is it breaking from? That's what you should ask yourself. I had the media officer of the team on my live TV show at 9 p.m. about 2-3 hours ago. And he has said that there's already replacement. You listened to Awaziem. Did you not hear Awaziem saying that they are going to miss him, but they have enough quality to replace him. Guys, this is still the World Cup qualifiers. Nothing was refreshed. Still the World Cup qualifiers. So yeah, it's important to know that Bugsy, we can break the defense. Our fullbacks should make decent crosses to Osimhen's strength is area ball. Oh, Ali is from South Africa. Thank you. It shows you can play in Turkey, but his work rate is good. Yeah, I agree. That's Victor Osimhen. Larry Waji on TikTok. Yes, we always have good 9 and goalkeeper. But in the last 5 years, after Vincent and Yamal left, we now started struggling with goalkeepers. But I'm glad we're beginning to, get out of it now. Ali Isaac, after winning these 2 big games, score lines, if Nigeria do not qualify, what happens next? Nigeria will qualify. Stop, don't say that again. Nigeria, tell me, Cam, what's your take on Maduka Okoye compared to Wabali? We did the analysis. We have said that Okoye is decent, is good, is having a good time with Udinese. But the fact that it's coming from that suspension, and guys, don't forget, club football isn't the same as national team football. Okoye hasn't really played with this defense backline. This backline thing with goalkeepers, there need to be some level of understanding, some synergy. Yeah. So, but he's a good goalkeeper, no doubt. We'll see what happens. TikTok guys, you need to take the likes up to 10K before we go. 10K TikTok guys. So when I finish this YouTube, I'm going to come on TikTok. Anyone else to come on to talk, please feel free to come on to talk. So I'll take this one now and I'll drop the link on YouTube if you want to come. Ali, you can come on my YouTube channel if you want to come say something about South Africa. Timmy, you can also come on YouTube. So you can join the live if you want to. Yeah, bro, one more game, Ali. Yeah, Timmy Khan, what's your take? I took that one. So what's your YouTube name? It's Proudly Austin. Proudly Austin. Austin OKON-AKPAN. So I'm Proudly Austin on YouTube. You guys can come now. I want to drop the invite link. So just click on it if you want to be part of it. Shola will still be with me. So all of us can just, talk about the final analysis and then we'll go to sleep. Yep. So Habib Abatunde, so I've dropped it. I've dropped the link. That's it right there. Habib Abatunde, we need Semi Ajayi to win area duels and set pieces because the Congolese are tall. Federico right back. Osai should start and finish the match on the bench if we don't want to concede. So I should start and finish the match on the bench. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. TikTok people, they said we are inactive again. I don't know. TikTok people, they say we are inactive. Thank you all the same. Thank you so much to everyone who's been interacting with us. It's always a delight. Today has been a double whammy. I was here in the afternoon down till about 7 p.m. and right after the show, I came back here again. Shola, your parting shots.
We need to remain positive. The Super Eagles have been in good form. That's 8 goals, 1 conceded in 2 games. We've unbeaten in 10 games. So I think we should continue the momentum. I'm very sure we'll win this game against Congo. I've seen enough from the players. So yeah, bring on Sunday.
Bring on Sunday. That's it. We're ready. We'll see. So best wishes to the Super Eagles. Shola, thanks so much for your time. We'll rock and roll again tomorrow, right?
Yes, we'll be here.
So tomorrow there will be more details, more talking points, more training videos for us to analyze, and then I'll cut out those goals one after the other. We'll break down the goals again. We'll have a look one after the other, and then pick. Tomorrow we'll just talk about the goals. Which of them? Which was the best of the 4 goals?
The one where Frederick won the ball, beat 2 players, and gave the assist. I think that drive that you talk about, amazing.
So like when I tell you these things, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking. When the guy did that, I was like, I hope Alex Iwobi can see this. Bro, that is the game changer. That is Rodri. That is Declan Rice. Check, click correct the does. Nobody just gets the ball and just throw a pass.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, thanks so much, Shala, for your time. Always a delight talking football, sports with you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, YouTube community. Thank you, TikTok community.
Alrighty, so that's it, Shala. That's my football data analyst. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll talk more football. Shout out to everyone that joined the live on YouTube. We will do 11 unbeaten. Ayodele, okay, all the best. So guys, thank you so much. I need to run. I'll talk to the guys on TikTok and then I'll wrap it up. YouTube people, always a delight having you guys join me. We'll talk sports. Tomorrow we'll be back again. Keep it. I don't like, announcing the time I'm going to be live. Just stay open. When you see me, you'll see me. I'll see you around again. That's it.